Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's weekly live immigration attorney chat with Immigration for Couples. I'm Attorney Megan Pastrana, and my firm is dedicated exclusively to helping couples across the nation and across the world and navigating the U.S. immigration process. And our firm hosts these weekly live chats because we know how important it is for you to have clarity on your immigration journey. Whether you're just starting out or you're in the middle of your journey, it's so important to have clarity and support. It's a long and overwhelming and complicated process. And so we've also created a free resource center at immigrationforcouples.com. And our resource center is very robust. It goes over the different options that are available to couples. And we even have a free relationship evidence guide, because part of the immigration process as a couple is showing immigration that your love is real. And I wanted to do a shout out to a few of our viewers that we had recently on our last Facebook Live. We had a few people who actually, they've gone through the fiancé visa process, they were approved, and then their significant other arrived in the United States. So congratulations to those of you who shared that amazing news. And thank you for sharing that, because it's so important for other couples who are going through their journey to see that there is a finish line. It is possible. It will happen. You just have to have patience and faith. And so congratulations to you again. And for those of you who are watching on the replay, just give us a hashtag replay. Let me know what your questions are so I can cover them in future Facebook Lives. And also, if you feel comfortable sharing, please share, where are you at in your immigration journey? Are you just starting out? Are you in the middle of it? And how has the experience been for you so far? I think, again, it's so important for couples to know that they're not alone. Having gone through the process personally, I know the roller coaster of emotions that the process can create for you. So please feel free to share. All right. So one of the topics that I have here today, K-1 visa extensions, or K-1 petition extensions. So I know that there have been a couple individuals that have asked, hey, how do we extend, or do we have to extend our fiancé visa, our petition? So I'm taking this question basically exactly as it came to me on our Facebook page, from a question from a recent individual who watched and did a hashtag replay. So this is a really great question. And for those of you who are maybe just starting out or in the middle of your fiancé visa process, you might not know what this even means. So I want to back up enough, give you a 30,000 foot view, and help you understand what this person is asking. So with the fiancé visa process, the very first step in the process is filing a petition with immigration. With that petition, you're having to prove to immigration, hey, we meet all of the requirements and we're in love and we have a real relationship. And you send that off, and then you'll get a decision. And once you get a decision and an approval, more specifically, once you receive an approval of that petition, that's immigration saying, all right, you made it through the first hoop. You proved your relationship to us. Your petition has been approved. And on that petition, on that notice in the right-hand corner, you'll see petition validity, and it gives you 4 months of validity for that petition. And the reason is that immigration wants you to take forward motion. They want you to keep the process moving forward and to complete the next steps. So that is the petition, and that's not the visa. So you don't have the visa yet. That visa will come after you go through the interview phase of the case at the U.S. Embassy or consulate abroad. That's when you would receive the visa. But that petition has to be extended. You have to ask for extensions. So immigration, unfortunately, right now is behind, and they have to send your case from USCIS after it's approved to the National Visa Center and on to the consulate. That's taking more than 4 months right now. So immigration, the Department of State, has made an announcement that you don't have to request these extensions of your petition, that they will automatically extend them. You just have to request it at your interview. But what I have found from practicing immigration law and being in the world of immigration for over a decade now, immigration can oftentimes have conflicting information, especially when we're dealing with multiple U.S. embassies and consulates all over the world, literally. So a best practice, and what I would encourage all of you to do, is still request that petition extension. You can request it through the National Visa Center, or if your case is already at the embassy, some embassies have an email or an inquiry portal, and request that petition extension proactively, even though the Department of State has said, you'll ask for it at your interview, and keep proof of that. Because I have seen a lot of crazy things that have happened in immigration where they say one thing and then actually it's something else. So technically speaking, right now, we're here in August of 2023. Crazy to say that, the year's going fast, but it is important, to still go ahead and request that extension, even though right now here in 2023, the Department of State has said that's not necessary. I'll tell you, we do it for all of our clients. The embassies are like, hey, we know you don't have to ask for this. I'm like, that's good. That's great. Now I have an email too as proof. So you can't pull any shenanigans, and we can be proactive, because it would be so painful to have to start the process again. So that is my advice. And please know that things are always changing in immigration. So, you might be watching this video in the future, and the Department of State might have updated and said you have to request them again. So just know that there is kind of a timestamp on this, but definitely be proactive and still ask for those extensions. And then you can, of course, ask for that extension, and you should ask for the extension of the petition at the interview. So thanks to the person who asked this question. It was an excellent question, and I think it will hopefully help others have clarity as well. Wow, we have a full house today. I have a lot of people, so I'm excited to see everyone. Oh, yay! You got DQ, Documentarily Qualified. That's awesome. So for anyone who's watching, Documentarily Qualified is part of the process for a spouse visa. You have to provide all of your evidence to the National Visa Center. And then when you get a notification, they used to write on the top, Documentarily Qualified. And that's what's on the top of the email, rather. And it will just let you know, hey, we have everything, and now you can be put in line for an interview. So congratulations, Alex. That's super exciting. Really happy to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. Ooh, Bahamas. That's so fun. I feel so special that you're getting to watch even when you're on vacation. I love the Bahamas. It's been so long. I hope you have an amazing vacation. All right. Let's see. I have so many questions. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so Alex, you're asking if we do expedite requests for clients at the National Visa Center stage, and if we charge for it. So yes, we do expedite requests for our clients. Every different part of immigration, be it USCIS, the National Visa Center, or the embassy, they all have kind of different requirements about whether or not they will expedite. And some countries, they just kind of have a blanket, like they won't unless it's life or death. And then others, it's a lot easier. And so, yes, we've helped many clients, and we've successfully helped them expedite at all phases, be it USCIS, NVC, interview phase, for a whole bunch of different reasons. And yes, depending on what the person's agreement with us, some people come in the middle of their case and are hiring for that expedite and to finish things out. But yes, we charge a fee for our services. We're a for-profit entity. We're a business. So yes, we do charge, but we do handle expedite requests. But you're documentarily qualified, so hopefully you get an interview soon. All right. Yay, Daniel. You are one of our viewers last time that shared with us. You made it through the fiancé visa process. And I don't know if the other person is here with us today, but we were just saying congratulations to everybody who shared that great news with us on the live last week. So thanks for being here. All right, what else do we have? Okay, this is a great question. So Shelly's asking about the I601 waiver, what's going on with them, and what is the waiting time. So waivers in the world of immigration, that's something that's required for individuals who have something in their background, like they've overstayed in the United States. They had time in the United States without documents, or perhaps there's fraud or misrepresentation. I had a whole video where I talked about waivers. That's on the YouTube channel and on our website. Fraud and misrepresentation can be something like where you applied for a tourist visa and you didn't provide details correctly, that they weren't honest. So that's just a really, really quick overview of waivers. So these waivers are ways that individuals can ask forgiveness for certain issues they might have in their immigration past, or sometimes even criminal history. The list is long of the problems a person can have in immigration. The wait times right now, though, for waivers, there's a I601 waiver that forgives a lot, that is used to forgive a lot of different things. And then there's an I601A waiver, a provisional waiver that is for individuals who are here in the States that have time here in the United States, that they've been here unlawfully, to ask forgiveness for that ground. Waivers, though, what's going on? I'm sure you're asking because you've probably checked the USCIS website and the wait times are painfully long. Yes, that's what's going on. They are very backlogged. They have a lot of waiver applications in the queue, and it's taking 18 plus months to receive a decision. And there have been, so for the I-601A provisional waiver, there have been a group of immigration attorneys through the American Immigration Lawyers Association that actually filed a lawsuit against immigration for these delays with the waivers. And we have actually, even done that for clients, called a mandamus action, to say, hey, this is a ridiculously unreasonable, is the legal term, amount of time for a person to wait. So there are some ways you can kind of push it through, but for the most part, unfortunately, it is a pretty long wait time to get a decision from immigration. So hopefully that helps answer your question about what's going on with that. All right, let's see. And I forgot to bring my water, and I've been talking a lot here and have a lot more questions. Okay. This is a good question. I wanted to talk about this topic as well. So this is perfect. Very appropriate topic. So thanks for being with us, Mary. And I love your photo. Absolutely beautiful. I'm guessing that's from your wedding. And so you're waiting for your husband's I-130 to be approved. And last week it said, and I'm guessing you mean on your online account, it said you had 1 week until a decision. And so you get all excited about that. And then you get past that week and then it says, oh, your case is taking longer than expected to process. It's just such that system is still fairly new and in beta testing. And I think it's so misleading and so frustrating. We tell our clients to be aware of, your online account will probably start doing this countdown, and you'll get excited and think, based on what it's telling you, that you should have a decision soon. But the reality is that is the wait time that immigration, an aspirational wait time. They're wanting to get through the case that quickly, but they're pretty backlogged. And I know that seems, an ominous, it's taking longer than expected. And it's like, okay, well, and now how long do I wait? Really, it will depend on your service center. So the service center is at the bottom of your receipt notice in the bottom left-hand corner. And you'll be able to check USCIS processing times online. For that, you use their USCIS processing times tool. And you can put in, the type of case and then the service center to see the estimated wait times. For most of our clients, we're seeing that we're getting decisions on I-130s in 12 months or less. We've had unicorns that we've got it in like 4 months, and then others that take 13. So I wish I could give you an exact amount, but just kind of take a look at that processing times tool and know that that's kind of a pretty general estimate. But hopefully you get a decision soon, and please let us know here on the Facebook page when it's approved. Good, best of luck with your case. All right. Okay, let's see. I'm going through the list here. Okay. So, Rachel, thanks for joining us. I did see that you had asked this question. I was trying to find it before the Facebook Live, so I'm glad that you asked. I knew you had something about a remote job. So I actually have a video that I made about this topic as well. So being able to work in the United States, you have to be very, very careful, because if you're in the United States, you can't, and you don't have authorized a work permit, you can't work for a US-based company. The law is pretty clear that working, unlawful work rather, is when an individual is working for a US-based company that requires you, and they should, if they're a US-based company, they legally have to require you to provide proof of your identity and proof that you're lawfully able to work. So those types of jobs, that would be unlawful work if you were to go and work like that. If you have a remote job, though, that's based in another country, something that you had abroad, as it currently stands, the argument we make for our clients is that it's not unauthorized work. But please know this isn't legal advice. And without knowing all of the specifics of the company and where their headquarters are and how long you've had the job and things of that nature, I can't conclusively tell you yes or no that it's okay. You're welcome to book a consultation and we can go through the specifics and I can give you more advice about that. But typically remote work for another company that's outside of the U.S., technically speaking, under the law, that would not be considered unauthorized work, technically in general terms, but not specifically for your case. I can't say conclusively without having more details, but you can definitely check out. We can put a link to that video so you can see. We've talked in more detail about this exact topic. All right, Rachel, thanks so much for joining us. Okay. Wow, I have so many questions. I'm going to do my best. I do have another appointment here coming up, but I want to do my best to get through everything. You're very welcome, Rachel. Hey, thanks so much for joining us, Eds. All right. And then Mary, you're very welcome as well. Okay. And sorry, it's just me 1 second to go through this list. This is awesome. I love being with all of you. I love seeing we have so many questions and it's so good for all of us to know, think about it. All of you are going through the immigration process and you're all here together in community. That's really amazing. So much support that you're giving one another. Okay. So Portia, thanks for joining us. So you have an NOA 1. That's your receipt notice that you got that on August 31st and still no basically a decision. So again, I see people getting approved who filed in September. So I'm trying to decipher everything here. I'm wondering if you mean August of last year and not, I'm guessing probably of 2023. I mean, sorry, goodness. 2022 and not 2021. I'm guessing you're meaning last year. And then the second notice, and I'm not sure if this is a fiance visa or if this is a spouse visa, what type of case you have. But yeah, you'll, again, just like I was telling the other viewer, Mary, is that you'll take that receipt notice, you'll look at the service center, you'll get on the USCIS processing times tool and check out the current processing times to get a decision. Yes. Is it possible that there are people who filed after you that get an approval before you? Absolutely. It's immigration. A lot of things are nonsensical. Immigration is still paper-based. And so literally it's crazy to think, my calendar reminders here, it's crazy to think though, that immigration is still paper-based and all of these people, tons of people file applications every day, every month, every year. They literally have bunkers, these huge buildings full of these applications. And it really just depends where you are in the stack and so many different things. So is it possible? Yes. Is it a reason to panic that someone else got a decision before you? Not necessarily. And hopefully, this is all to say, hopefully you're getting close here at a year mark that you'll get a decision soon. So best of luck to you on your case. Okay. Oh, yay. Thanks for sharing, Rachel. You have scheduled your fiance visa interview on October 11th. That's awesome. Congratulations. Please let us know how it goes. Good luck to you. Okay. Yeah, and vaccines have a waiver as well. For your question, yes, they have vaccination waivers. Typically, the vaccine waivers aren't quite as long. It's a little bit of a different process, but it does add time to your case while you're waiting for a decision on that. All right. Everybody's welcome. I'm getting... You said your fiance is sleeping next to you and that he's going to go back to the USA tomorrow. I'm sorry. I know that's hard. When I remember going through the process and you just cherish the times that you're together even more, but I'm sorry. I know how that feels. And then, and then Portia said it is 2022. Okay. Let me see. I have a lot of comments. Let me see if there's any other questions. How long does it take to receive your green card after approval? It really depends if you're talking about a adjustment of status or a spouse visa, but typically after an adjustment approval, typically it comes within a few weeks. And then if you're talking about a spouse visa, after you enter the United States, complete the process, it's taking up to 90 days to get the green card currently. So I don't know if that means that you already have your approval, but if you do, congratulations. All right. And then Alex, you had a really great question about interview tips and documents and evidence for the interview. That's a big topic, and I love that question. Let's dive into that next week so we can go over all of that. I think that's really great. I don't want to leave you with nothing. So I do have actually some videos on our Immigration for Couples website and our resource center, and in our blogs. And then if you check out the YouTube channel, there's quite a few videos that I've made about preparing for your interview. So you can check those out too in the meantime, but we can definitely have a conversation. That's an excellent topic for next week. All right. And I think, okay, so this is a good question too, Alex. So when it comes to expediting, can it be helpful to request basically what's called a congressional inquiry? So it's really important to understand that it's really great, to reach out to your congressional representative or senator and get support with your case. But please understand that they aren't able to influence immigration. They're not helping or making immigration expedite your case. They're facilitating communication. So a lot of times individuals get a little confused and then also frustrated because they're reaching out to their congressional representative and they say, well, they're telling me, well, I just have to wait, or that they can't expedite it. And it's important to understand we use that tool with our clients in specific circumstances to help facilitate communication, but they don't influence a decision on the expedite request. So it's important to understand that. And that's a good question. And then Janice, you were saying, approval, adjustment of status approval. Yeah, typically it'll come in a few weeks if you have that approval notice. All right. I think we had a flurry of questions, and I think that and then I'm not sure how long did it take you from application? I'm not sure if you mean like how long a fiance visa process takes or a spouse visa. If you could throw some additional information or details in there so I can answer that question, that would be awesome. All right. I think that's everything. So I think that's all the questions I have. So you're very welcome. I have some thank yous in here. So you're very welcome. You're very welcome. It was awesome to be with all of you. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you all next week. And if you're watching this on the replay or one of our other social media channels, please do a hashtag replay. Let us know what your questions are. Come on over to our Facebook page, give us a like and a follow. And then a final reminder, if you check out our free resource center at immigrationforcouples.com, we have tons of free resources, whether you're just starting out or in the middle of your immigration journey. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Bye.